Welcome everyone. In this video, I am going to explain how I can change the user's details from the our eShop web application. And if I go to my profile, and we can see that there's the user's details. So there are some random. I just put some random names to the user. So let's see how we can change this. So I will change the first name as Joe and the last name as Lincoln. And then you can also see that the password cannot be changed, the email cannot be changed, and the registered date cannot be changed, as well as the gender cannot be changed. So we are only allowing the user to change these the other details only. So we are allowing the user to change the profile image too. So if I go and add the profile image, and then I change the name. I can change the address, like for instance we can like put new address, new country, and we can change that, and I will click update profile. Then the page reloads, and then we can again sign in and see whether the details are correct. So when I sign in and move the my profile, we can see that the profile image is updated, the names are updated correctly. So let's see how this is done in our coding part. So in our user profile PHP, I discuss about how the design is made, and so I'll discuss about the process here. So here I have started the session and require the then connection PHP and check whether if the session is set. If the session is set, then I will get that session user's email and assign it to email variable. Then I will assign the data we get from the user after searching using the email, and assign to detail RS variable, and then the image as the profile images from the database if it exists, and address from the user has address table from our database. So here's the users table, and the user has address table, and the profile image table. So then we will fetch ASOC all these into these variables, and here in the profile image part, if the profile image is empty, we will add the default image as the resources profile image SVG, and else we will get the image path, image data, image path. The image data means the data we get from the image RS database. That means we select the profile images from the users from the use profile image table by checking the user's email. And here we can add the passwords from the database also, and then we are getting the addresses. So here we got the address data from our database and assigning it to this variable, and we are using that address data as address line 1, address line 2, and we are echoing them here. Actually, we are checking whether address line 1 and address line 2 is there. Otherwise, we will have a placeholder like enter your address line 1 and enter your address line 2 placeholder. That means if the user haven't added earlier, we are showing this. And to get the cities, districts, and provinces, we are getting the province results and district results and city results by checking them from our database, and we are assigning them to these, the number of rows we are assigning from that to these variables, and then within a for loop we are echoing them as options. So we get all these options here because of that part. And then in here, the same for district and the same for the city. And if empty, we can have a as a placeholder for this as enter your postal code. Otherwise, we will take the postal code as an input. And to update the profile, we are having an update profile function. Before that function, I will check whether there is the image on update profile image. So you can see the show password 3 function is the same as we discussed earlier as show password 1, 2, and this is show password 3 is that just basically takes the password by the elements, and when click it actually toggles the icon here, so we can see the password. And here in we can find all the functions. We have update profile function and the show password function. So if we move to our script and find the update profile function, we can see that we get all the profile image data: first name, last name, mobile, password, email, line 1, line 2, province, district, city, and city and the postal code from a user, and we are assigning them to these variables. And with the new form data, we are sending through the post method to user profile update process PHP using Ajax. So in here we are checking the already stage change. If the state change is 4 and the status is 200, then if the response text is success, we sign out him, and actually we redirects him to the home index.php. Here I have commented that I don't want to redirect him to home. I will show how he is being redirected into the index.php as we saw in the video. So let's move to update profile process.php. Here we start the session and we get the database connection, and we check whether the user session is there, and we are assigning the email to user's email, and we assign all the data we got from the post method to these variables, and also we are getting the address using that user's email and assign that the address as variable. And if the address number is 1, then we will update the database, else we will insert it to the database as for these variables. And to update the profile image, we have given these extensions JPG, JPEG, PNG, and SVG. And if the files are set, we will update it to the profile image table. And if the file type is not the ones that we said earlier, we will go as file type does not allow to update. And here we will get the user's details and see if the user's number equal 1. If so, then we will set the details as that we got here. And otherwise, we will say you are not a valid user. And this is the echo success if this is done correctly. And that's what we get as the response text success here. So that's how the update profile process works. And thanks for watching, and let's meet in the next video. Thank you.